Roger that. Throwing smoke.
Grenade!
Throwing flashbang. Throwing fire.
Molotov!
Incendiary. Grenade out.
Smoke!
Deploying flashbang. Roger that.
Flashbang! Throw in a flashbang! Smoke!
Laying down smoke.
Throw
Roger
in fire!
that. Roger that. Roger that.
I'm throwing a flashbang. Darn!
Flashbang. Deploying flashbang.
Counter-terrorists win.
Virtus.Pro.
We kill them all!
Throwing smoke. Decoy. Roger that. Incendiary out. Smoke. Throwing flashbang.
Throw in a flashbang!
Incendiary. Grenade out. Laying down smoke.
Molotov! I'm throwing a flashbang. Molotov! Flashbang! Grenade out! Activating the bomb. Bomb has been planted.
Defusing the bomb.
Bomb has been defused. Counter-terrorists win.
Affirmative. Yes. Affirmative. Let's go.
Let's go!
Throwing smoke.
Flashbang! Throwing fire!
Throwing fire. Roger that.
Smoke!
Flashbang.
Throwing smoke!
Incendiary. Yes.
I'm throwing a flashbang. Molotov! Planted. I'm throwing a grenade! I'm throwing fire! Darn! Throwing a flashbang! Smoke!
Yes.
Throwing smoke!
Throwing fire. Throwing a grenade. Deploying flashbang. Throwing flashbang. Incendiary out. Fire in the hole. Grenade out.
Terrorists win.
Affirmative. flashbangs.
This is what we have been working for.
Smoke.
Throw in the flashbang.
Grenade out. Throwing a grenade. Roger that. Roger that. Let's go! Decoys out. Roger that.
Throwing fire.
Roger that. Throwing flashbang. Throwing fire. Fire in the hole. Grenade out.
Throw in the flashbang.
Counter-terrorists win.
Nice.
Let's go, my brother.
Smoke. Flashbang. Incendiary.
I'm throwing the flashbang.
Incendiary out. Deploying flashbang.
Counter-terrorists win.
Roger that.
Let's go.
Throwing smoke.
Throw in the
Throwing
flashbang.
flashbang. Incendiary.
Grenade out.
Fire in the hole. Incendiary out. Grenade out. Flashbang. Laying down smoke. Throwing fire. Roger that. Yes. Incendiary out. Deploying
Throwing
flashbang.
fire.
Laying down
I'm
smoke.
throwing the flashbang. Flashbang.
Grenade out.
Smoke.
Throwing fire.
Flashbang. Smoke. Planted.
Bomb has been planted.
flashbang. Roger that. Roger that. Grenade out.
I'm throwing a
Deploying
grenade.
flashbang.
Molotov.
Incendiary.
Throwing smoke.
Laying down smoke.
Flashbang.
Throwing flashbang. Throwing smoke.
I'm throwing a flashbang. Throwing fire. Molotov. Activating the bomb.
Fire in the hole.
Bomb has been planted.
Throwing a flashbang. Throwing a flashbang.
Terrorists win.
Yes, yes, yes. Affirmative. Of course. Yes. Thank you, brother. Of course. Affirmative.
Let's
Affirmative.
move out.
Decoy. Smoke. Yes. Yes. Flashbang.
Terrorists win.
Yes, yes, yes. Affirmative.
Let's get this done. Smoke. Deploying decoy.
I'm throwing a flashbang. Throwing smoke. Flashbang. I'm planting the bomb.
Bomb has been planted.
Incendiary out. Diffusing.
Bomb has been defused. Counter-terrorists win.
Affirmative. Affirmative. We
Let's
must
go.
win. Yes. Throw in the decoy.
Throwing smoke.
Yes.
Incendiary. Decoy. Smoke.
Of course.
Throwing grenade.
Throw in the flashbang.
Throwing grenade. Throwing smoke.
Smoke! Affirmative. Smoke!
Counter-terrorists win.
Affirmative.
Go, go, go.
The guy's
Laying
down.
down smoke.
Yes.
Throwing fire. Timing.
Affirmative. No. Affirmative. Yes. Flashbang.
Incendiary out.
I'm throwing the flashbang. Throw in the decoy.
Throwing fire. Throwing smoke.
Throw in smoke. I'm planting.
Bomb has been planted.
Yes. Affirmative.
Terrorists win.
Of course.
flashbang. Laying down smoke. Grenade out. Flashbang.
Throwing the flashbang.
Deploying flashbang.
Affirmative. Grenade.
Throwing flashbang.
Yes. I'm throwing the flashbang. Smoke. I'm throwing fire.
Throwing
Throwing
flashbang.
fire. Activating the bomb.
Bomb has been planted.
Throwing smoke. Flashbang.
Terrorists win.
Affirmative. We will make them regret this day. Affirmative. Throwing the flashbang. Flashbang. I'm throwing a grenade. Grenade. Smoke. Molotov. Molotov. Yes. Guard. Throwing smoke. Yes. Smoke. I'm planting the bomb.
Bomb has been planted.
Affirmative. Yes, yes, yes. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Terrorists win.
Affirmative.
Let's go. Smoke.
Throwing the flashbang.
Laying down smoke. Deploying flashbang.
Throwing smoke. I'm throwing the flashbang.
Flashbang.
Throwing the flashbang.
Smoke.
Flashbang. Smoke.
Flashbang.
Smoke. Throwing fire.
Grenade out.
I'm throwing a grenade. One up. I planted.
Has been planted.
Throwing a flashbang. Affirmative. I'm throwing a flashbang. They cannot stop us now.
Terrorists win.
Affirmative. It's easy. We kill them and then we go home.
Laying down smoke. Incendiary.
Throwing smoke. Molotov.
Fire in the hole.
Grenade.
Incendiary out. Smoke.
Grenade out. Grenade out. Yes.
Grenade out. Deploying flashbang.
Smoke.
Throwing fire.
Smoke. Throwing smoke. I'm throwing fire.
Throwing flashbang.
Flashbang. Throwing a
Throwing
flashbang.
smoke.
I'm throwing a flashbang.
Counter-terrorists win.
Go, go, go!
Decoy. Smoke.
Throwing smoke.
Flashbang.
Incendiary.
Of course.
Throwing flashbang. Incendiary.
Grenade.
Laying down smoke.
Affirmative.
Grenade out.
Yeah.
Smoke.
I'm throwing a grenade. Throwing fire.
Throwing grenade. Throwing smoke. Throwing fire.
I'm throwing a flashbang. Molotov.
Flashbang. Deploying flashbang.
Throwing smoke. Throwing a flashbang. Throwing a flashbang. Smoke.
Throwing flashbang. Deploying flashbang.
Darn.
Fire in the hole.
Counter-terrorists win.
down smoke.
Flashbang.
Incendiary out.
Grenade.
Throwing
I'm throwing a
fire.
flashbang.
Laying down smoke. Flashbang.
Affirmative. I'm throwing a flashbang. Yes. Affirmative. Yes.
Incendiary. Throwing smoke. Throwing
Throwing a
grenade.
flashbang. Flashbang. Affirmative.
Incendiary out. Incendiary.
Smoke.
Deploying flashbang. Flashbang.
Throwing smoke. Throwing fire.
Throwing flashbang. Fire in the hole. Throwing flashbang.
Planted.
Bomb has been planted.
Smoke.
I'm defusing.
Terrorists win.
Affirmative.
Let's get
Now,
this
my
done.
brother. Yes, yes, yes. I'm
Smoke.
throwing a flashbang. Affirmative.
Laying down smoke.
Yes, yes, yes.
Throwing smoke.
Yes. Of course. Yes. Yes.
Grenade out.
Flashbang.
Deploying flashbang.
Affirmative. Throwing a flashbang. Yes, yes, yes. I'm throwing fire.
Flashbang.
I'm throwing a flashbang. Throwing a flashbang. Smoke. Throwing smoke.
Bomb has been planted.
Of course.
Terrorists win.
Affirmative.
Lock and load.
Now we fight. Smoke.
Smoke. Decoy.
Decoy.
Grenade
Yes,
out.
yes. Molotov.
Throwing flashbang. Throwing smoke. Deploying flashbang. 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 Laying down smoke.
Smoke!
Smoke.
Flashbang!
Throwing.
Throw in the flashbang! Molotov! Throw in fire! I throw in the flashbang. Planting.
Bomb has been planted. Terrorists win.
Yes. Affirmative. Of course. Affirmative.
Let's move out.
Yes.
Laying down
Throw
smoke.
in the decoy. I'm throwing a grenade. Yes.
Smoke. Throwing smoke. Throwing fire.
Affirmative.
Smoke.
Throw in smoke.
Incendiary out.
Throw in the flashbang. Yes.
Throwing
Molotov.
flashbang.
Of course. Throwing fire.
Throwing smoke.
Smoke! I'm throwing fire. Throwing smoke. Smoke! Flashbang! Activating the bomb.
Bomb has been planted. Terrorists win.
We have done it. They cannot stop us now.
So, welcome back. The game did deliver. It's Virtus.Pro that just edges it against Optic Gaming. And we're now going to talk to the person we know all too well from Virtus.Pro. It's Taz over there with Smix.
Taz, it was bound to be a tough match going up against a team ranked second on HLTV. Knowing you're going up against a team with so much raw talent and an explosive play style, was there any special preparation done?
Obviously, the guys did a lot of preparation. They watched a lot of games of Optic. We knew that it will come down to Kobo and Cash. So, yeah, the guys did really good research, and it paid out.
The last time you played Optic, it was also on Cobble at ESL 1 New York. The score was very close, 16-14. Today, it was also a very, very close game. So talk us through what happened.
I think we have a lot of problems at the beginning of the year. Like our early start is very bad, and you saw here we also had very bad start. If not for one round, which Snacks won like with a one tap on a guy on the stairs, then it will be even more horrible. But we managed to crawl back, and I think this is something we are getting better and better with this year. Progress that we are having good comebacks. So we are waiting for a good start, and then it should be a lot easier.
And speaking of a bad start, some people raised some concerns because VP did not win WESG, where a lot of people thought you guys were the clear favorites. So did the losses there affect your team at all, or was the only focus the major?
I mean, the problem is that we always have a tough start of the year. I don't know why. We really practice for it, but we need to have very tough start for a year. I think that losing WSG, I don't know.
WESG.
Yeah. Losing even in China is just, it's hard enough. So I think we should be good on major.
Well, it's the games at the majors that count. Well, congratulations and best of luck. Back to you, Richard.
And indeed, yeah, they got off to a winning start. But
unlike at whatever that tournament was.
They didn't win. We don't like to talk
Doesn't
about
exist.
it, do we?
Doesn't
But
exist.
here's the thing. I'm going to be honest here, and I'm going to say I think Taz alluded to it a little bit. I think that could have been a hell of a lot worse. I've got to say it, because I honestly think Optic Gaming probably should have had it based on a couple of rounds in the second half.
No,
guys.
this is a game where, yeah, on one level you want to be like, oh, you know, great comeback, well done. But actually, I look at that game and I just find myself thinking like, ouch, if you're Optic. I mean, there's a few Snacks 1vx situations where you probably should have won this game if it wasn't for that.
There's not many teams in the world who are going to be able to come back in this game the way that Virtus.Pro did, because Optic applied so much pressure to them early on, especially economically. I mean, it's kind of silly to think that loss there. It's almost like a dream scenario for Optic to lose a one-on-one and then win the ensuing round, because that's such a hard reset to come back from. And even later on, when Virtus.Pro wins their second round, they still only have one player surviving. So the amount of economic pressure they have, one slip up from VP, and this entire half is just gone. And you can even expect a lot of teams, when Rush does this, just collapse. That 1-on-4 from him, or I mean, the 4 kills he gets there in sequence is incredible. And I mean, this is a round that VP wins, 1 AWP and all pistols, no armor. I mean, very, very few teams can come back the way that VP did and grind this out. In American football, we usually talk like teams win in like certain phases of the game, like offense, defense, special teams. Well, I mean, when you look at Optic, they won economically, they won in the clutch situations, in the late round situations throughout the majority of this game, and they weren't able to convert it into a win. And that's more of a testament to VP, because just to reiterate, there's not a whole lot of teams that can do this.
No, and as I said, Duncan, towards the end in that second half, we're going to start seeing it now, I think, in the highlights, so I'll bring it up. This in particular, this is just the timing. Snacks able to somehow avoid the play just as he checks in that spot. If they catch him there and they kill him, Optic win this game.
Sure, but with that said, if you're going to go down to a situation where you're like, yeah, but if it wasn't just for when Snacks won that crazy 1vx, it's like, yeah, join the queue, mate. There's a lot of people have that story, you know, unfortunately. So it's kind of what Snacks does, and that's one of the things I've always said about him. The term I always use for him is uncanny. Like, it doesn't really make sense. You can't really calculate, you know, when to make this timing push, but he just always has that sense for when to do it, you know.
Yeah, I mean, that timing in that 1-on-2 that he wins around the fence, like the timing of his movement to the other side of the fence right when Rush is clearing it, so Rush turns around because he doesn't even see him. I mean, that's just mostly luck, and that's the thing. I mean, the best players, they don't win all of them, but they put themselves in a position where that luck is going to help them out immensely, and that's exactly what Snacks has done.
Yeah, and made a career of doing it too. So, obviously a very close game. We picked out the X Factor as presented by HyperX. What have you got for us, Jason?
Well, this was actually what allowed Optic to have such good control of the first half and what gave them that economic advantage. They get this one kill and they stall this out. Because there's not a whole lot of utility, Neo actually pushes forward and gets caught out in the open, and this is where Optic is so dangerous because look at how fast they take over this bomb site. From just that one kill, before Virtus.Pro could even rotate into position, they've already swarmed the site, they already have the smokes up, and this round just has to be conceded. And this is something that Optic did repeatedly in the first half. They tried it again later on when Virtus.Pro won their second round. It didn't work as much, and I mean this round is essentially over. But you know, this is where the strength of Optic comes from. How quickly they can take these sites after that first initial action, pressing forward aggressively as a team.
So why is the X Factor something that didn't win the game?
You're just asking the tough questions, Duncan.
That's what Duncan does, right? So anyway, well, just a quick final thought there. Optic contenders for this major on that showing?
I still think that they're a very good team. Like in that game, for example, Tarek didn't do a whole lot. You know, if he comes alive, it's certainly a different game in terms of complexion. For me, it was just a bad matchup. Like I think VP is one of the few teams I have where, yeah, I will edge it most times to VP. I think there's many teams in this tournament where Optic can certainly get wins, and I expect to see them in the playoffs.
All right, well, thanks for that. So coming up after this break, another cracking game is going to be in store for you. It's going to be Na'Vi versus Mouse Sports. We'll see you in a few moments.
Do you play Counter-Strike? Do you want to play with the pros? Do you want to play against this guy?
Going in for his team.
Oh! Or this guy? Perhaps even this guy. Okay, maybe not him. Sign up now to Faceit.com and take your game to the next level. Play against the pros only at Faceit.com.
My name is Forrest. I'm GetRight. Freiburg. You want to beat an old-timer like me? Come try us at Faceit.com.
The home of all the good stuff.
Yes, so welcome back to the G Fuel Eleague Arena. We're going to get into another game. We're past the halfway point. It's Na'Vi versus Mousebots. Obviously, Duncan, I'm going to come to you for Na'Vi, perhaps for obvious reasons.
Yeah, well, I mean, you want to talk about superstar players, and yeah, Na'Vi as a team might not be performing at the moment, but they've got one of the best players in the world in Simple. And at the moment, unfortunately, that's been all they've had the last few months. You know, he's performed to a high level, but the team, for all the quality they have in this lineup, they have a bunch of fantastic players. It hasn't really gelled. You know, they've never had the team play, unfortunately. Even though they won a big event, you know, even that was kind of miraculous in how it came about. So I think these are one of the biggest question marks in the whole tournament, because they could go very, very far. They could be fantastic, or they could just bomb out in the group stage. That's a real possibility.
And a team that has just arrested their downward trajectory is who Na'Vi have got to face. It is Mouse Sports, Jason. Tell us about them.
Yeah, very similar team in the sense that, I mean, last year, Nico, the star player of Mouse Sports, had, you know, an electric opening half of the year, and he was probably the best player for those first 6 months. It kind of tapered off towards the end of it. But, I mean, this team has a lot of questions in terms of what they're actually going to be able to capable of doing. At the moment, their best player is not even Nico right now. It's Chris J, who's found a streak of consistency that we hadn't seen out of him in the past. And then even beyond that, you'd even say their next best player at the moment is a role player at LoL. Nico has been very, very quiet, so they need to find some of that old Mouse Sports where they can have some of these big explosive games.
So we're going to get into a map veto, and there is a little bit of overlap between these two teams, though.
Yeah, one of the good things is that they both have a fairly small map pool, but they're playing similar maps. I mean, Overpass taking out there, it's not really a problem in terms of Na'Vi. Na'Vi actually have started to play a little bit of Nuke, so they're going to take out Cash immediately. You're actually thinking, I'm thinking like Mirage is a definite possibility. I think Dust 2 probably going to be left in there. Those are the two I expect. Okay, we're going to go with Dust 2 ban at this point in time. So what's bizarre is Na'Vi must have changed their practice, because they've allowed themselves to get Cobblestone, and now I no longer know what is going on, because why would either of these two teams want to play Cobblestone? They've both had real problems on this map in the last few months. Na'Vi, obviously, when they first made this lineup, were terrible on this map. They were outrageous losing it, even at the tournament they won. Mouse Sports, it's their classic sort of get onto this map and lose at Majors tournament. I actually feel like, I don't know, is someone trying to throw the game? Is this a Brewster's Million type scenario?
Yeah,
what is going on?
So I've got to ask for your prediction, because they've already dubbed. So who's winning?
I mean, I'm going to stick, I think Na'Vi will win, because I think it'll just be an aim fest. So I'll say Na'Vi will be the less worse of the two.
Right, okay, Jason.
Yeah, I think the skill on Na'Vi as well before this game. They were all sat outside, sitting around C's, who had a large piece of paper, listening to Starks talk. They had a big power. Looked intense, so I'm going to go with them.
Bit of good news, because we just unreadied up. I think they've like, what, double? Right, unready. Yeah. Okay. Do we get to do a do-over? No, we don't. So we get a little bit more time to talk. So
I think when you look at the pedigree of the players on Na'Vi, with the amount of success they've had in the past at bigger events, I think that's where you can kind of hang your hat and rely on that kind of experience and that kind of victories in the past to propel Na'Vi forward in this matchup.
Yeah, so again, we still are confident that this is going to be a Na'Vi.
Yes.
Confident.
All
right, then. Okay, well, thanks a lot for your thoughts there, gentlemen. We're going to see what's going to happen here. I'm amazed Na'Vi are playing Cobble again. I'm sure everyone at home feels the same way. And now I'm going to throw you over to our casters, James and DDK, to see what they think about it.
Welcome to Cobblestone Souvenir Box Simulator 2017. Dan's mother emailed and said, is James wearing Dan's waistcoat? What's that about?
Don't know. Honestly, I have no idea.
Well, this is a bit of a surprise, Cobblestone between Na'Vi and Mouse Sports. I don't think many people were expecting this. I mean, do you have a favorite for this?
I find it really difficult not to think that Na'Vi will win, James, because they have Simple and Guardian on Cobblestone, and Simple used to be able to basically win Cobblestone by himself. Obviously, this, you know, having so many other amazing players on the team does shift the dynamic, and they have had some issues since they removed Zeus and put Simple into the lineup. So, you know, it's hard to say where they're at right now, but obviously the major's the most important thing. This is where the impact has to happen, and this is where the fruits of the labor of much work and practice.
Dan. Mouse Sports, triple smoke, triple Molotov.
Nice.
What is this sorcery, Dan? What is this sorcery? We've got Na'Vi seized with the defuse kit and the high explosive grenade, but we've got triple smoke, triple Molotov. I have all kinds of question marks.
Well, the good thing is that Na'Vi aren't pushing, so maybe we'll actually get to see what the intended purpose is behind this madness.
This is some Riddler tier nonsense going on right now. Where will these smokes go? See, now it seems Virtus.Pro were looking to maybe smoke off some choke points in the A bomb site with their smokes, and or have some post-plant smokes to delay. But what will we see from Mouse Sports? All going over towards A. You can deploy a bunch of grenades from there. You can smoke off the balcony and the door, if I'm not mistaken, from those positions. Some light dueling here. You see Flamey in position on the crate in case any madness should happen, but The A site is very weakly defended.
This is good, James. This is good for us. This is the dream might be real. We might actually see all the grenades and exactly what they're supposed to do. Uninterrupted strategy from Mousesports with the smokes and the Molotovs. Oh, the wall of smokes! All right, that's awesome. Okay, now we've got the mollies where they're going to go. Simple's going to try to wrap around here. There's one opening. They know that. They've designed this strategy. They know. And that's it. Just carpet bombing the bomb site.
The site's on fire!
And Simple had to leave.
Yeah, he got that GTFO, and now he's trying to get himself back in. Double P coming in for a T-side, but no frags just yet. Somebody kill someone. He's got no bullets left. Teammates being tagged as well. Flamey heavily tagged. Somebody dying. Please, in a situation, there's still 10 players on the server, Dan. What is going on? Finally, Spitty gets taken down. Let's see what else the CTs can do. Simple doesn't know where to go now. This is crazy. They were not prepared for this. Next level strats from Mousesports, but the bomb's being defused. Oh! Flame. Just Time Seize has made it. That is...
What is this?
Disgusting. What a retake. That was mental. They got so far before throwing the grenades.
Is this Counter-Strike or the Circus, James?
Mousesports have got, they've got Sleeve of Wizard, Dan. They've got tricks up their sleeves. But still, Navi with that hero defuse. The hero defuse.
This round was just so weird. Oh my god. All right, let's move on. Let's move on. Triple UMP. And for Mousesports, we've got a couple flashbangs, mostly stock pistols, to be honest. A couple PT-50s and a Deagle, that's it. Deagle's on Nico. Oh, and already Seize is going to take a meat shot from Nico, so a bit of damage being done. But it's hard to expect too much from Mousesports in a round like this. It's really all about Na'Vi not losing more than one player. That's the winning... that would be a massive win for them. And Mousesports, they would be really happy with getting more than one frag out of such a low investment. And with a couple flashbangs, they should be able to win some positions at least. They're already pretty deep on the A-long area.
2 flashes for Spitty. Seems there's going to be a play to plant the bomb, if you ask me, in this round. And I know, well, we'll come to it in a bit. We've got a flash on the Na'Vi side. Simple having a look with the UMP. Not much to lose, and he will lose his weaponry. Something collected from Mousesports, but the longer they take, the more CTs are streaming into the A site. Now the bomb plot looks very unlikely. High explosive flying in as well. The margins are getting ever so slight for Mousesports in this round, but the rotations coming in, they are rotating down like the dial of a watch. And Guardian's alone on the site. He's got the range though, and in the meantime, Chris J doing more damage towards the A site. He's keeping people entertained. So Guardian may be exploited. There's a potential round win now for Mousesports, but again, they have no armor.
Yeah, this is really weird. Guardian has to defend here against 3 players. And if they get the timing right, I don't think they necessarily have the timing to do it. They are moving in here. Guardian's going to be careful of that drop position. Is exposed, but Nico doesn't hit the instant kill that he needed onto Guardian. Looks like Guardian will hold this against 3 players, and the last player, Chris J, is way too far away. And this actually kind of sucks for Chris J, because he's going to basically save just a UMP, which is, I mean, it's just not worth it. Even if you were just to lose 1 round, like 1,400 loss bonus, you're still not making money there.
You can see Guardian was also playing the clock just in case he went down. He was trying to make sure there was not enough time to plant the bomb, so smart stuff by him. But, I mean, Mousesports are, like some people, when they're feeling depressed or something, they hit the bottle. Like Yanko will watch Mousesports games, and it seems like they are more prepared. I mean, yes, we are 2 rounds into the major as far as Mousesports are concerned, but that pistol run was next level from them. So I do wonder what else they have to show us as this major continues. They're on the buy now with the AKs coming out. Chris J, of course, continuing with that UMP. And he will be, it's funny, Chris J with the worst range gun is holding the A site. Meanwhile, Seize with a cheeky boost. Gonna survive, but that will slow down the Mousesports advance.
Yeah, it has been pretty much halted, but their presence is still going, still making some noise there towards drop. Na'Vi just biding their time at the moment, waiting for Mousesports to make the play. They do have a few grenades left, a couple of smokes, a couple of flashbangs. Still more noise towards B rather, and almost no noise ever towards A, so that justifies Na'Vi having basically 4 players towards B at the moment. And now Mousesports actually doubling back. And they haven't cleared out any forward presence towards the A side of the map, but it's unlikely that there would still be forward presence just because they've been pressuring B so hard that normally forces a reaction to cause one player to play passively on A.
See how Nico's just taken the jump to suggest that he's fallen into the drop. And he saw a two-man peek coming from Na'Vi, and they see nobody's there. They realize they are being baited. You see Flamey now rotating towards the A site. Edwards in position to quickly make it through connector as well. And we see the charge from Mousesports now. 4 players coming in. Nico looking to get some flank action done as well. No bomb spotted for Na'Vi just yet, so they're not exactly sure, but the rotation's coming in towards A. Here comes C's. Will they be in position though?
Jumping around the APC, Flamey posing quite the defense. They're opening things up. No frag for C's there. He's very close to the UMP, but not quite. 1 versus 2 here. Edward comes in. Already 2 kills for him at the moment, but he's up against Dennis now in this 1 versus 1. He's got to play against the bombers. Very close there. Almost not enough time to plant. 1 second was left. But Dennis managed to do it in the nick of time. And where is Edward? That is now the question that currently haunts Dennis. Spots him though, but no connection. Edward, looking by the tree, finds the headshot, claims himself his 3rd kill in the round. Nice clutch. Edward, really a very nice round from him, saving Na'Vi. But Mousesports, they did a lot of work there.
Yeah, and I think Dennis was unlucky not to get the headshots in that first angle he took up, but nice angles taken by him in general. But Edward, the sexy man talisman of the Na'Vi side, take the round for his team and keep the clean sheet. Perhaps a touch of frustration there. Not surprising considering the effort put into that pistol round as well. So, you know, psychologically not a best start for Mousesports, never mind the score. They've chosen to force it up. We have the UMP onto Lowell, the rest of them with Tech9's P250 and the Deagle onto Nico, of course. So they've got the moving accuracy and the Nico accuracy in play. We'll see if Na'Vi can survive. Very early peak, perhaps not. Nico off to an early start, and he wants that AWP immediately.
Oh no, that is... Oh, the grenades are coming in. He's taking some hits here, down to 41. But that is quite the steal. Man, walking in there. He's got a grenade in his hand. Oh, so is Nico! So awkward. The flick comes in. It's not good. Sees from above the crate, able to take down Nico and somehow escape with his life.
That is divine intervention. 4 on 4, and again, moving accuracy. The Tech9's coming into play. Down goes Flamey, but the trades are coming in. Edward on the tree, getting 2 for his team. Can the bomb go down? They've been on the clock, and it's only Lowell. Insta-trade. 2 players surviving for Na'Vi, but it's 4-0. That's all they care about at this point. Looking for AWP. AWP found. But again, Nico, that Deagle, ever dangerous. He does horrible things with that.
He really, really does. Oh man, surgical precision. And I actually agree with you. You said it, you know, yourself, it's very early to kind of make the judgment, but it does seem like Mousesports have way better rounds. Like the way that they're executing the rounds, you can see the plan, the tactics are pretty tight, the movement is tight. It looks like they actually know what they're doing throughout the entire round, which may sound a bit weird, but on Cobblestone, historically, it's not necessarily been a map where on the T side, they always look very like they absolutely know what the plan is at all times. But so far, they look very driven. And maybe that's what saw a bit of frustration from Nico, because they have worked so incredibly hard to turn things around for Mousesports.
Worth noting as well, that peak from Guardian was insane. To peak like that, it's very dangerous peak. And he was punished accordingly. Although, again, it's Na'Vi with the clean sheet, the whitest whites. Mousesports making some steps. Simple will hear the rifle being reloaded. He can let his team know there is some presence towards A. In the lower area, no less, and his team will pop flash him in, so he knows they've probably gone to the high ground. But how many are there? At least 1. Maybe it's likely that it's more than 1. Na'Vi holding formation for the time being. Super deep smoke grenades. We saw Virtus.Pro try to push behind these smoke grenades, but Na'Vi will just leave them be and keep passive positioned towards the end of the plateau. 40 seconds left. We've got presence and drop from Mousesports. They're running the clock down as they like to, but they have no frags just yet, and I'm starting to worry.
Yeah, I like how they're mixing up the pace. And let's see if it works out. Nico can't get himself the entry towards connector that would have helped, but there is still a lot of success that he potentially had in this push. Look at the chaos the smokes are causing. It's going the way of Na'Vi currently, still holding strong onto their original defensive setup. And Mousesports with 10 seconds left. This is all but over, I think. What on earth can the remaining players possibly do here except just survive with what they have intact? Spitty will not be able to do that. Low will, but Again, another round from Mousesports shut down by Na'Vi, and it is almost a little bit sad to see for them, because we can...
Don't leave me hanging, bro.
Because they've had a lot of great rounds. You can see the way that they're building the rounds together. They've got good coordination and so on, and some of them have been very close and down to the clutches. So Mousesports, I feel unlucky so far to have only 0 rounds on the board.
So I think we have a technical timeout. I heard someone had disconnected. We'll get clarification if it's a technical or technical.
A technical.
It is indeed technical, right? I think production just said it was technical. So hopefully that will be resolved shortly. 5-0 for Na'Vi though, and you have to wonder, as Na'Vi, if they continue to rack up rounds here and Mousesports stay on a 0, again, if you put in all this work and then you have literally no success, what does that do to you psychologically?
And also, if you consider just that Na'Vi are always such a dangerous team, to be able to let's say Mousesports, after all the work they've put in. Of course, we had like it's almost I think it's a 6-month gap between this major and the last one, so that's a lot of time for a tournament. And the major is a tournament. If your team hasn't been doing very well recently, you make it deep in that one tournament, the major, that just makes all the difference to your team. And if they were to just out of the gates get a victory against Na'Vi in this early stages of the Swiss system, then that would be, I think, very encouraging, obviously, and would put them in a very good mental space to not have to fight from a loss straight away. And I would love to see Mousesports in that position. I think they're in a spot right now where they could actually surprise a lot of people. And that said, that's the same thing goes for Na'Vi. We know how much skill they have on the team with the likes of Simple, and it seems like they initially shoehorned him into the team, and they've had time to work on how it really can work as a unit now to really become a team that can win a major. So much going on for both these teams.
On the subject of Swiss systems and Swiss things, I highly recommend Gruyere cheese. Send me your thoughts on Gruyere cheese on the tweeters. Maybe we'll extend the discussion. So there was just some money restoration following the reconnect, and we are live again. So we have Lowell with the AK and 4 players on a pistol. Of course, Mousesports are at maximum loss bonus, $3,400 coming their way should they lose this round. Even more if they plant the bomb. So we'll see what they can offer Na'Vi in this round. Wouldn't say it's much. They've got 3 Molotovs, 2 flashbangs, and a smoke grenade. Initial molly from Spiddy, and Na'Vi will send some of their own. So fast play coming in. Tech 9's going through, and TT's off to a good start. Guardian taking a player down. He's been tagged though, down 16 HP. C's unable to get any spray in, so the bombs should get planted. No, it's been dropped.
This is really weird, actually. Na'Vi having to retake in this fashion. They actually had an unconventional start to the round. Mousesports picked the right way to attack this one, but still unable to plant the bomb. That is so unfortunate. Na'Vi basically gave them the bomb plant. You can see the only people they had on the bomb site were both on drop. There was no one on the actual site. They got the bomb site immediately. That is very unlucky that Mousesports did not get a plant right there.
Yeah, I mean, they can more or less fall by in this round anyway. Chris had 6250, but he's opted for an AK. But more money is always good. You can use it in further rounds. So, such is life. 6-0 for Na'Vi. Will Mousesports win a round anytime soon? That's the question. Spiddy on the Galil, so indeed they needed that bomb plant.
So what do they have in store here? I mean, you can see the difference. We just saw Virtus.Pro on this map and how they ran the CT setups. We saw Snacks alone a lot on the A side of the map. Look how different it is from Na'Vi. They've got 3 players towards the A side of the map. And oh, this is a NIP-esque smokes going over towards B here. And this is an awesome smoke setup because it can really suggest a B rush, but the positions, you either come in late with the B rush or you go to A with the split. There's lots of options to play off those nades. But Na'Vi have got such a good setup, they're all over this.
Yeah, I mean, they started to rotate from their deep position towards long, but they just stopped in passive areas, so they haven't cleared the site by any means, but maybe Chris J will do it by force. Edward playing around the smoke, this could be huge. Will Mousesports bide their time though? This grenade, oh, never mind. He might go back to it. All the players getting dropped. Guardian is going nuclear at the moment. 3 kills for him. Then it's last man standing, and Edwards there up close to take him down as well. So yes, Mousesports, they sold the fake towards the B bomb site, but all it did, as far as A is concerned, is rotate Na'Vi away from danger. But there were still 3 men on the site, so they were in very good positions. And Guardian is Guardian, and that's always a problem unless he's dead.
It's so interesting, the CT setups we're seeing out of Na'Vi. The fact that they have 7 rounds on the CT side of Cobblestone is that's already so many rounds on the CT side. It used to be with Na'Vi before that you were scared of their T side. If they got 3 or 4 rounds on the CT side, they can still just crush you with a very solid T side. That would often happen. And so to see the kind of setups from Na'Vi, like Guardian was on the AWP in B on drop zone. And the only other guy on B was playing by the statue. It's just such a strange setup with aggressive 3 people towards long, and that's something they've run in more than 1 round. So we're seeing unconventional stuff from Na'Vi, and that might be throwing Mousesports off a little bit.
Another technical timeout seized, just resolving some connection issue to reconnect to the server. On the plus side, there was a recent update from, I don't know if it's a back authentication error, for example, but with those disconnects now, there was a recent update, so they happen at the end of a round as opposed to the middle of the round. So that's a plus, you know, for when it does happen. That is much better for the integrity of the game. The integrity of Mousesports on Cobblestone may be called into question with the current 7-0, but again, they have shown an improvement despite the complete lack of rounds at the moment. And it seems they're going to go for another half buy. Again, they're at maximum loss bonus all day, so they can go for these buys. They might as well at this point. But not seeing much of an... I think their best opportunity was the pistol round, really, and beyond that, Na'Vi looked pretty comfortable.
Yeah, Mousesports have had some good opportunities here or there, but it is interesting as well because a team that has more structure generally has a way that they're looking at the game, which means that even if they go 7-0 down, they're not going to lose as much confidence as long as they feel like they're making good plays and those plays are being beaten for whatever reason. You know, it's always very possible when you're up against a very great opponent that they can just do that. So I don't think their confidence will yet be knocked too much. So can they do something with these Tech 9s? We'll have to see.
Do you wonder about the choices of Na'Vi? Will they go aggressive, knowing the situation? Simple. Nice position, especially as Flamey has spotted 3 players early, and in comes Simple to clean up. He's looking for the close quarters. He's going to get wrecked immediately. Simple seeing the bomb now, and he's going to head forward. So, again, he is in pug mode. Chris J's gone beyond, but again, we're not really expecting much. Even if there's 1 kill, that is a lovely swipe from Flamey. Nothing given to Mousesports. No margins, nothing at all. They are being choked. Nico alone with the Deagle. So just looking for some highlight reel frags at this point because there's minimal impact that he can have. Cease has got 2,700 in the bank, so there's some damage to be done. Again, there are still 7 rounds to play for following the conclusion of this one.
Yeah, everything still counts. If he can maybe get out a couple frags, that would be super sick. And ooh, misses that opportunity. That was the one. That was the opportunity, that first shot there. Unfortunate for Nico. And indeed, as you highlighted, great position for Simple to respond to the info that Flamey had. Lots of red dots on the radar suddenly there for Simple to work off of. And that 8-0 scoreline is just so insane. Look at this. That really tells you the whole story. And one thing as well is that Guardian, for a long time, was considered the best AWPer in the world. And he definitely dropped off after his injury. And he had time off because of the injury, came back. Never was quite the same, much like a lot of players we've seen in the past who rise to heights. And the injuries, man, they can really be problematic.
Edward looks like Edward's younger brother. Without all his locks, all his hair, he looks like his own younger brother. It's really crazy. The unpausers come in. We're going to be back into the game soon. Again, we've got the full buy. Look at him. He looks like he's 10 years younger. That's insane.
It's so weird. And Edward had like one of the most respectable beards.
He looks like he's 12 then. 8-0 for Na'Vi. We've got the AWP onto Chris J. Can Mousesports find their first round? There's still opportunity for Mousesports to get all the way back into this half. Nico leading the charge. I think it's one of those rounds where Nico says, all right, let me go and kill everyone. Although the nades are being deployed, so perhaps the wall of smoke will come in and the team will deliver as well. So far so good for Nico. Spitty going down, the bomb's on the floor for a second. Guardian up close, waiting for someone to push past the smoke. I think it might be dinked by a teammate there, but down goes Dennis. Still good for Na'Vi. They can flash behind Guardian position as well and give him more advantages. He's coming forward. Oh, Christian gets a grenade out. There he goes. More flashbangs, and there's almost nothing here for Mousesports. Edward, the only man to go down. Lower gets his bell rung. Flamey finishes him off. 9-0. Na'Vi starting to stack the cash.
I think it can't be understated how well Guardian played his position. Around the smoke, it was very awkward, and he had to hold that spot, and he had to be convinced that his teammates would cover the spot that he wasn't looking in, and he's playing close range, scoped up with an AWP amongst smoke. That is just very difficult, but he held it like a pro, because that's what he is. And that's one of the reasons, actually, why he used to be known as the best AWPer in the world, is it wasn't just because of the crazy flick shots he could hit, but it was actually his decision-making was so good. It wasn't all just crazy raw talent. His decision-making was always something to study, I think, as any avid Counter-Strike player. Mousesports, now that they've resorted to UMPs, James. That's what this is about now, UMPs.
Yeah, again, max loss bonus. They could still have the AKs in the following round, so they're just trying to buy as best they can, but life is tough against Na'Vi and Cobblestone, it seems, here on the first day of the Eleague Major in Atlanta. 9 of the 10 players towards the B bomb site. Chris J gets the opening frag, but can they get more than that? They need all the frags.
All the frags. Edward, let's see if the power's in the beard. He's got a good position there, finds himself one. Trey comes in, Nico from the tree position, able to do some damage there. And Flamey is going to be taken down as well. This is really interesting right now. It's simple against two players trying to get that initial kill, but low with the UMP. They had 3 UMPs and 2 Tech 9s. And they have won their first round, James. That's 1 on the board, but it is 1 against the towering score. That is the 9 that Na'Vi have on the CT side of Cobble, no less. So it is quite the climb, quite the journey. They will have to assemble a fellowship to make this kind of a journey, James.
Welcome to the scoreboard, Mousesports. Instant timeout from Na'Vi. As soon as that round was concluded, let's do a timeout. It looks like they might have momentum. Timeout.
Yeah, it's actually interesting. We might see a lot of that. I mean, more tactical usages in a meta sense for the timeouts, because you can time out quite a lot in the new rules.
Lots of discussion as well. Seized such an important person in the jigsaw puzzle that is Na'Vi. 9-1. Simple and Guardian pulling out the big guns now. They've got the cash to splash, and they're going to do that. This is an important round for Mousesports. I mean, at this point, every round is important for them. So, not even worth digging into the factors for this particular one. They must win every round at this point. The unpause has come in. It's time to get back into it. So let's see what kind of... I mean, Simple's been playing towards A, and remember back when he was on the flip side and they were playing double ops on Cobblestone, that was very dangerous, very brittle setup. So I do wonder if we're going to see such aggression from Simple on this occasion, or if he will be taking a different approach. Smoking towards the underpass, but not going to look over the smoke. He'll be holding a passive position, so hashtag new Simple after all.
So Mousesports, they creep along that plateau. And there's a lot of presence here from Na'Vi. They are not messing around. Look at Guardian's position. Just chilling there by the top of drop. He's going to spot one. Hits the shot. That's Lowell down. Nade sailing there. He's got some good support in Seas. The Seas is going to win his battle as well. Already 2 players down. It's no longer a split, because drop zone is well and truly Na'Vi's, but Nico trying to squeeze his way in there, immediately traded, and somehow Chris James Spitty able to even up the numbers here. But Guardian is still causing problems. That's 3 for him now.
Simple's like, can I get the last one, please? Simple and Guardian, double ops, look at that, that's glorious. That is a glorious moment right there. Simple and Guardian, crossfire, double AWPs. And who knows how much more of that is to come in this Na'Vi lineup. Those two may write some history together, starting with the boost as well. Lovely stuff from Guardian. 10-1. The worst has happened for Mouse Sports. They've been reset, but they've still got the cash to pull out 4 AKs. That is a face of frustration.
It's so cool as well the way they played it, because it's such a bait when you have an AWP in that position, because you know you have to rush that spot to trade frag him, and just to set up with the rifler waiting in C's. That is just such beautiful, efficient Counter-Strike there. And now Mouse Sports again in a position where they don't have much in the way of utility. They're just going to try to get it happening here for themselves with a bum run onto the B bomb site. And there's the first shot missed, but Edward to pick up the pieces here. Guardian might get a few more shots at this one. Still able to keep himself in position here, but the bomb site's been given to Mouse Sports, and they will get the bomb down.
I like that. They don't care about the bomb plant, they care about the retake situation with as many players as possible. So they will keep half the bomb site for their team, but Chris J's coming in for the flank, looking for more players, but they're all on the sides at this point. But now he will be in a position of fear. Nico going down on the side. Vinny's got to put in work. There are still smokes all over the place. Chris J putting in more work from the back. That's going to run a distraction, but Vinny to get the second last frag, and Lowell comes in as well. Chris J is just his presence in the back, such a problem for Na'Vi on that retake, and Mouse Sports get their second round.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, exactly. It was the presence was scarier than the actual frags that he made. Completely dominated the thoughts of the Na'Vi players retaking. It's so scary in the back of your mind. There could be a guy to just shut down the round at any time. That is so hard to deal with. And I agree with you. Like, giving up the bomb site there was, I think, it was a really smart choice by Na'Vi, but looks like that drop control from Chris J is just too much to deal with. And a timeout here from Mouse Sports. Only 2 rounds on the board. And Na'Vi, they have been really taking a lot of heavy hits to their economy, despite having a 10-2 scoreline. They're actually out of money almost after this buy.
Yeah, I mean, Guardian's buy in this round is $9,850. I think he may have dropped a rifle for Edwards because he was a bit short. So that's a lot of cash being spent.
So there is a chance for 5 rounds, but 5 rounds on the T side, like having to win 10 rounds on CT side. I think Mouse Sports is a team that can definitely do that on the CT side. They're a great CT side team. It was usually on Cobblestone. More often I would see them having a lot of issues on the T side. So don't want to count them out of this too quickly, but this is a good look here for Na'Vi. They're looking pretty solid.
See how Chris J jumps on the boulder. I think he was anticipating the smoke and trying to see over it. So a little detail if you want to duel AWPers who smoked that position. Chris J, good man to follow. Oh, we didn't say he's watching Go TV for this one. Well, I think it has to be Guardian at this point, the way he's been going off. Get your Go TVs on Guardian. 3 rounds remain. That allows Guardian to get into an aggressive position. The flashbang that was missing in that previous run where he went for an aggressive peek. Goes for the timing pick in case Nico moved. Oh, brushing the shoulder there. If he had shoulder pads down, he was dead.
Yeah, how did that not actually hit? That was so close. And in the meantime, Mouse Sports, they've claimed a lot of space towards the A side of the map. So, you know, running that default, trying to get a lot of presence everywhere, keep those question marks over what exactly they are doing for the Na'Vi's defense. And at the moment, the time is already starting to tick away. There's only 40 seconds to go for the play, and Mouse Sports, they're ready now. In a timely manner, I would say, to hit the B-bomb site. But the problem is Na'Vi are all over the B-bomb site. They've got 4 players there, simple with a fast rotation from A there too.
There's no room for failure here for Mouse Sports. 2 players behind the smoke as well. That smoke may delay things. Guardian, of course, getting the first frag here, and this is falling apart. The bombs on the floor as well. Mouse Sports, do they have time to breach? The frag starting to come in for them, but they're at man disadvantage. Edward in a great position just to stop the bomb from going down. Chris J, last man to fall. And again, there wasn't room for error for Mouse Sports when they played a clock that late. Is that actually Edwards? I'm not convinced, right?
It's so weird. I feel like the beard just gave him this. If the beard was just so.
How did he get free passport control? How did he get free passport control? I don't understand. But it seems, I don't know, it seems to be doing the trick because it's 11-2.
Yeah, honestly, it does seem like the power was not in the beard after all. Na'Vi are really. It's not just that they're defending well. It's also that they're reading Mouse Sports very well. Like Mouse Sports tried to make it look very unclear as to where they were going to go. But in the end, Na'Vi basically had 5 players pretty much ready to defend straight away onto that bomb site. So, oh, that was by Bye-bye, Chris J. That was a very fast one from Simple, as you would expect.
In the face.
And they've only got Glocks. It's not even fair, James. It's not fair.
The Simple welcoming party is here, and he likes to welcome you by shooting you in the jaw with an AWP for approximately 448 damage. Mere pistols remaining at this point from Mouse Sports. No more UMP buys because that loss bonus isn't there. Things going from bad to worse. There's Nico eliminated. Death by paper cuts in this round for the C side.
And one thing as well is that for Mouse Sports, no matter the end result of this match against Na'Vi, they've got to make... I really hope that they don't get too down on themselves, because Na'Vi got off to a really good start on the CT side by playing some unconventional setups, and they put Mouse Sports in kind of a weird place when it came to how their money was, and generally where Na'Vi was economically. They got so pretty far ahead, and that enabled them to play from full comfort. So and they also played so very well. So I feel like Mouse Sports, a lot of this is just Na'Vi playing super well on Cobblestone here, which is great to see for any Na'Vi fans out there. Let's see though if Mouse Sports can at least get the last round in the first half. Not the best start though. Flamey in danger, is traded eventually, but Simple still a problem.
Oh, the bait is there. Edward boosted once again. 2 kills for him. The damage is done. And we are looking at a 13-2 half unless Chris J turns on. They know where the bomb is as well, so life is difficult. It's going to be hard for Chris J to approach without making scope sound with his AWP, so he has so much against him at the moment. Minute 10 on the clock. Not sure if he has time to rotate towards B. And Na'Vi may have a read of that, leaving 3 players in the A site. Oh, Guardian looks away at the wrong time. But still, Chris J has a lot to do.
Yeah, that was quite nice. The problem is that there's a lot of choke points he still has to move through, and there is one smoke grenade still on Na'Vi. I think it was, oh yeah, it's still on East. And interesting that Edward's gone actually into a position which now puts him behind Chris J. And I don't know that he knew. Oh, he's coming back in, I think. He's going to shoot him in the back. And
on the back.
There you go. 13-2. Really solid CT side from the likes of Na'Vi. Cannot be understated. Everything went their way. And I love that we saw some unconventional stuff and some stuff that really takes a lot of confidence. And most importantly for me, James, we saw a great match from Guardian.
Yeah, well, a great half.
Great half, sorry.
But I mean, who knows what happens from here, but Na'Vi at the moment are looking scary on Cobblestone. As good as Mouse Sports' attempts were on the pistol round, there was not much more after that in that half because Na'Vi were just beasting. You see how Guardian's matching up to Nico at the moment, but maybe Mouse Sports will have a better time of things on their CT side, but first they need a successful pistol round.
Yeah, Mouse Sports are a team that I've seen them do a lot of damage to very, very solid teams on their CT side, and as we talk about this, we've got some Guardian highlights here. Maybe he's going to get some more highlights, or maybe it will be Nico's time as we move in onto that CT side.
Yeah, Guardian did a lot of work here, and he's, warming up tournament-wise in the first game. Always good to see him delivering. Again, there's been questions, I think, post-operation to fix his arm from what I think was a footballing injury or something. So, yeah, nice to see Guardian delivering. Game should be underway soon. So again, we've seen some teams, we've seen Mouse Sports now and Virtus.Pro with a 3-man utility setup on the T pistol. Na'Vi have C's on the grenades. Simple hasn't bought just yet. Everybody else has Kevlar, so we may not see any more shenanigans in that respect. The unpause has come in, and it's time for Mouse Sports to deliver. Seem to be in good spirits. Again, it is a Swiss system, so not as harsh as a bracket format.
Yeah, it's actually always fun as well, seeing Nico's face just generally across the course of a match, because he's quite, like you can see a lot of the emotions that he runs through, because he holds himself to such an impossibly high standard, as all players do.
So do I don't.
You want to pick up that trophy at the end of a tournament. Oh, Dennis starts it off. And that is a solid start for Mouse Sports. Now, what do Na'Vi do? They've got at least some grenades on C's. There are options here for them to play together as 3.
not how you start, Dan. It is how you finish, said someone somewhere. And indeed, Mousesports, they must complete these rounds. Only 2 on the board. They need all the rounds in this early start to the second half. Everybody live at the moment. They've got a range advantage with the USPs as well. No P250s here for Na'Vi. Just two honest Glocks. Gone are the days of the burst fire power. Peppering, but no stake.
It's very scary, isn't it? Because rounds like this is where Simple can just turn on God mode, because the odds for him to win it are so low, but that somehow spurs him on to the next level. 1 versus 4 now, and it looks a little bit too difficult. He just can't quite get the instant frags that he needs with the Glock. Just as you said, the ranges, they were played out perfectly. Mousesports, they limited the potential for disaster as much as they possibly could, really made it difficult for Na'Vi to try to come back there, and there are the 2 frags from Dennis that put Mousesports just way too far ahead there in that round. And there's a chance now, James. There is a chance for Mousesports to get something done here.
The composure of Simple at the end there was quite telling. You know, the player of his caliber in a horrible situation, but still being very patient with the Glock. He understands he needs to slow down to get that accuracy back in the Glock in order to get that kill, whereas some people might just go spam, 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 and then you've lost it all. 10 rounds behind are the Mousesports side. A successful pistol. They've gone for a lot of utility, but Chris J gets the M4 as well. And it's UMPs on most of the other players. UMPs will be good against the armor of these force-buying Na'Vi players. Dennis with the MP9. The MP9 actually, one of the unique characteristics it has is that it's reasonably accurate when you're jumping compared to other weapons, although when you're jumping with an MP9, who knows? But always worth knowing. Na'Vi with 2 smokes, 2 flashes. Looking to head towards B. Guardian just keeping an eye with the Deagle towards the A site, making sure there's no early flanks from the CT side. Mousesports, can they afford the risk? I don't know. Spiddy with an off angle with the UMP, but numbers game is relevant. The Tech-9 takes him out immediately. Bad start.
Yeah, very bad, but they are controlling things pretty well. Look at the way Chris is backing away, holding down these angles. Does get tagged there pretty severely, straight to the helmet, but there's 3 versus 2. The bomb is actually in the hands of Simple here. He's got a P250, he's actually got all the health, and he's got the drop onto Dennis. And now there's an opportunity here for Simple to plant the bomb. This just went from bad to worse for Mousesports. Simple's in a great position here to help his team win the round. Seized, I don't know if they know that he's even there. Coming through, taking down Chris J for 3. And now it's going to be just Lowell. He's got the UMP, he's been spotted. Simple just toying with him, trying to bait him into chasing him here, and then give an opportunity for his teammate, or maybe not. Simple, he's going to do the damage and secure the round. An unlikely victory for Na'Vi, and you can never count out the Tech-9s, I guess.
That is quite the disaster. Mousesports broke like MC Hammer, Dan. That is not the second round they needed in this half. And that may be the death knell for Mousesports in the first match of their 2017 major here at Eleague in Atlanta. P250s for days. The honest pistol there. The honest pistol. And you can see he knows what chances they've had, what chances have probably been lost. A force buy from Mousesports. Pistols galore. CZ in tow as well. Always nice to see a CZ. Some flashes, some smoke grenades. But they are at the mercy of their captors.
Well, when there is a Deagle on Nico, there is always a chance. We've seen it so many times. Will the Na'Vi side run into him, though? It looks like they won't, not to begin with at least. They are going to be taking their efforts towards the A side of the map. They've already spotted some players towards these positions, and they should have more than enough to deal with it, but they don't have too many grenades, so that could actually help Mousesports out quite a lot in doing some damage here. Oh no! Guardian taking a grenade there from a teammate.
That's a bad miss.
That is a bad miss. Poor Guardian.
Dennis and Chris J have the opportunity to pincer these players, to squeeze them, to sandwich them with the rotation coming in, so Na'Vi needs to be very careful. There's a slight opportunity, but opportunity nonetheless here for the Mousesports side, and it gets a bit better. Lowell's getting a bit greedy there, and that's going to cost him. Spiddy with a nice angle, but he can't help his teammates. Opportunities are being lost. They had the bomb, they've lost the bomb, and now Spiddy is alone with the P250. He won't last long. Match point Na'Vi.
Yeah, looks like they are about to close it down They have so many opportunities to do it in. I mean, Mousesport's going to be up against 12 match points here, so that is...
That's a bad list.
Oh my god. Oh dear. Oh dear. It's all okay though. Everything's fine. It's all good. So, what do we have here for Mousesports? We've got a UMP, bunch of Deagles. And at this point, it's going to be very hard for them to believe in the comeback with such limited resources to work with. But if Dennis can start them off again, that would be great. Of course, he will get flashed off immediately, so nothing going just yet. But Na'Vi will force the issue into the middle position, into the underpass, looking to get themselves fairly quickly onto that A bomb site. And I like the pace of this from Na'Vi. Oh, see you later, Chris.
That's not nice. Maybe the comeback is Rael, Dan, because Israel's nowhere near Atlanta and Mousesports are nowhere near the comeback. Flashbangs galore. Edward finding Spiddy right in front of him. And numbers should surely go down yet more. Nico, though, he's got an angle on the bomb after taking Guardian down. Edward looking for more. He sees low. He can raise the alarm for his teammate, but Flamey doesn't see him. No, there's a two-man. How did it happen? He saw him. Where's the communication? Edward trying to fix mistakes. Nico's being taken down. That leaves Dennis with 20 HP. And that's going to be that. 16-3. Na'Vi take a solid first map in their major. Mousesports crushed like an aluminium can. I don't know what else to say. I mean, we saw a brief opportunity in a pistol round from Mousesports, but then the light was gone. There was no more light than. We've seen all these light bulbs in the Eleague major, but there was no light to be had in that match for Mousesports.
Yeah, James, some may say they got pushed into the compression chamber and there was no escape. You've been telling me a lot about compression chambers lately, and you should really stop because it's very scary stuff. And this is a scary start for Mousesports. It's going to be hard for them to come back into this mentally. Of course, they've got some time to reset. And the encouraging thing is to see such a great synergy between the way Guardian and Simple were playing. That has been a big question mark. It seems to be something that went well here so far today. It's time for a quick break. When we're back, we'll see the analysts and what their thoughts are of this match.
So there you have it. Na'Vi put on the most comprehensive performance so far of this major. So you guys in the Astralis camp over there, just think about that for a moment.
Don't let me into that one. Don't let me into that one.
Yeah, exactly. And I will give the caveat as well. It was against Mousesport who, you know, I don't really see where they're going to pick up a win here. But let's just break it down. I mean, was this a case of have Na'Vi been able to go away, fix all these problems, or is this just an extension of Mousesport's kind of woeful run of late?
That's my concern. I mean, listen, if you were the owner of Na'Vi, I mean, whoever that guy at Virtus.Pro is, obviously this would be the dream game, you know. You'd be watching this game going, yeah, they've got it together, the tactics are there, the skills, it's a balance out there. But the problem is, Mousesport's played a big part in allowing this match to happen, you know. No one on the Na'Vi